Hi, I'm just sitting down to get my journal set up for the week and to kick off another vlog. This is the week before Christmas, so we are going to be busy with last minute Christmas things. Need to finish shopping for gifts, get those gifts wrapped. I'm going to make my pepper jelly. I always bake a few different kinds of cookies to take along with us to wherever we're going for Christmas. This year we're spending it with my in-laws. Also need to do laundry and pack and all this, just everything to get ready for next week. So I think in my journal I'm just going to, again, like I did last week, do a simple overview of the whole week and just add to it whenever I get a chance. It's Monday evening and I am going to make a big pot of soup for us to eat throughout this week because it is the week before Christmas and I think that we'll be busy this week and I'm not going to want to cook every night. So I'm going to make a big batch of soup so we stay fed. This is my recipe binder. Anytime I try a new recipe that I find on Pinterest or from a food blogger that I follow on Instagram or whatever, if it's good, I print it out and I put it in here. I have a lot that have not been organized. But my soup recipe is in here somewhere because I just made it when my mom was here in October. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Oh, the recipe that I'm making is from Half Baked Harvest. This baked chipotle cheddar sweet potato chowder. I will link to the recipe because it is super yummy. This vlog in the kitchen yesterday, and we're going to be in the kitchen a lot in this vlog. Today is pepper jelly day. We are going to make some habanero pepper jelly. I have got my peppers. I've got my big pot of water that needs to boil. My jars are all cleaned up. I'm ready to roll. I am ready to roll. I do need to put out a little disclaimer here before we get started that this is not a tutorial. This is not an instructional video. I'm not teaching you how to do this, okay? This is just for fun. We're just hanging out in the kitchen together. Maybe it will inspire you to look into canning, but it's not a tutorial, okay? I just don't want to get myself into trouble. Last year was my first year doing this, and I went down a rabbit hole in the canning community, and it scared the crap out of me. I think generally making jelly is a pretty safe process. There's a lot more room for error than if you were canning something like meat, you know? But you still want to make sure that you're doing it correctly, because there is a proper procedure that you need to follow. You don't want to get sick. You don't want to get anyone else sick. There's just like a lot of nuances, and the rules change depending on what you're making and depending on what altitude you're at, and I don't want to tell you to do something that's incorrect and then, you know, you get sick or something. So that's my disclaimer. If this is something that you're interested in learning more about, I will link some resources in the description, and you can look at those. So with that being said, let's get going. This is a lengthy process and we're gonna be here a while. Whenever I'm doing something like this, it always makes me feel very grateful for the way that I grew up and the family that I have. We're a very DIY family. My dad is a farmer. My mom is very creative. And between the two of them, I learned how to do a lot of stuff that just not everybody learns growing up, you know? I know how to bake and I know how to sew and I know enough about canning to get me started down the path to learning how to do it by myself. You know, I know how to build things. I know how to use tools. And I just have a very DIY attitude. I approach a lot of things with the mindset of just, somebody did this once. I can figure out how to do it. I can figure out how to make it. I didn't learn enough about how to can food to be able to do it by myself, but I saw my mom doing it enough and I helped her with the process enough that I at least knew that it was something I could figure out, something that I could learn and do on my own. It was enough to get me started. I think that there is a lot of value in watching other people make things that maybe you didn't even consider you could make yourself. So I don't know, maybe you're watching this and it sparks a curiosity in you, or maybe you were already interested in making jelly and you were just a little bit intimidated by the whole thing. But seeing me do it, maybe you feel like if she can do it, I can do it. That's how I feel a lot of the times. If they can do it, I can do it. Right? If I can do it, you can do it. So hopefully it inspires you to try or to try something else and pick up a new skill or a new hobby. I hope that these pieces of red bell pepper aren't too big. Last year I used a food processor, but the one that I have is super small and it didn't work very good if you got too much stuff in there. So I thought it would just be faster to chop them up with a knife, but if I got them small enough, I'm sure it'll be fine. It's just gonna be a chunky jelly. If you've never canned anything before in a water bath, it's a pretty intimidating process. Last year I was like, I did it, but I was very, very nervous that I was gonna do it wrong and I was gonna make somebody sick. But now that I've done it once, I know how it works, I know what to expect. I kind of have a little system down and piece of cake this time. And now we wait. Journey's looking at me like, why did you lock me out? I locked her out of the kitchen while I'm doing this because I'm trying to minimize the amount of dog hair that ends up in the jars, you know? That's gross. I'm just joking, but like also not. I'm afraid my pot's gonna boil over. I have a friend whose mother-in-law always makes pepper jellies at Christmas time. So hers was the first pepper jellies that I've ever tried. So we moved away and I lost access to the pepper jelly. And I did find one in the store that I liked. It's made in Oregon and it's really good, but it's also like $10 a jar. And last year I just decided that I would try to make my own. And so I could give it as gifts or whatever if it turned out good. And last year I only made 8 jars and it all just got eaten right away. I took it to Christmas with me and it all got eaten right away. So this year I was going to make double the amount, but I didn't buy enough red pepper. So now I have extra habaneros, not enough red bell pepper, and once again I'm only going to make 8 jars. That's the bad thing about living out in the country, is that you can't just run to the store when you need 2 bell peppers. The internet says that I can freeze the habaneros though, so I might try that and just make some more when I am able to get some more bell peppers. All right, well, that didn't take as long as I thought it would. It's 2 o'clock. What time did I start? 11, I think? 11, 12, 1, 2, like 3 hours. I only ended up having enough to make 7 jars, so I really wanted to make more. I'll make more later. But I think it looks really pretty, so hopefully it turns out. The way that we like to eat it is with cream cheese on a cracker and a little of that, and it's just, it's such a good snack. There's also a really good grilled cheese sandwich that I make with it. Anyway, I need to like sit down and take a little break, and then I will clean up the kitchen later. I am really dragging today. Just doing some laundry and I don't know, I need to do some drawing this afternoon and I'm very tired. So I'm gonna make myself a cup of afternoon coffee and power through. Oh, we should probably also check on my jelly.
Okay, it looks good. And I heard all the lids pop yesterday, which is good. That's what you want. They all feel firm, so I think they all sealed good.
I'll open up a jar tonight, see how it tastes. Oh. Such a nosy neighbor. Okay. It is, oh my goodness, it is just a warm, hello, warm, sunny, beautiful, gorgeous day here. My watch says it's 55 degrees. It's not very wintry. And since I'm going to be drawing, I have to block out all the light. So goodbye, gorgeous, beautiful sunshine. Hello, darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've been drawing for a few hours and I'm hungry. I need a little snack, so I'm going to bust open one of my jars of jelly and see how we did. I've got Ritz crackers, cream cheese,
smells good. Let's do a little scoop of cream cheese on here. Little of the jelly. That is very good. That is very good. Ooh. It's got that kick and the sweet and the salty. That's the best. Journey and I are going to go on a little adventure this morning. My wedding ring has been at a jeweler's for the past couple weeks. I was having it resized. I haven't been able to wear it since like the spring, and I finally took it somewhere to have it sized up. And it's ready to pick up today. So we're gonna go into town and go for a little walk at our favorite park. And I'm gonna try and stop at a grocery store and grab a couple more red peppers so I can make another batch of jelly. Off we go. Oh, we're home. We had a nice walk. And I got my ring back, which is so nice. I've been missing it. And then, since I had Journey with me and I didn't want to leave her in the car for very long, I just popped into this tiny little specialty grocery store to see if they had any peppers, and they did. It was so cute in there. I love just a specialty grocery store. They always have such neat things. But I did get some peppers, and even more exciting is they have these drinks that I like. They're a CBD soda. I can never find them at any grocery stores here, so I got a few of those. So it was a successful outing. It's Friday morning, and I started this vlog with some journaling, and I thought that I would end it with some journaling. And I'm going to be real honest. Since I set this spread up at the beginning of this week, I never came back. I never touched it again. It was just a busy week, and I was very exhausted in the evenings. I just sat on the couch and scrolled on my phone and watched YouTube videos and whatever, and I just didn't update the journal, and that's okay. That is okay. That's real life. But I am going to do it now because I got some time. I'm just waiting for my husband. He is going to get off work early today, and then we're going to run to Bend and finish up some last minute Christmas shopping, which is why I, got ready today. So anyway, while I'm waiting for him, I'm just going to update this spread for the week. I did end up making a second batch of the pepper jelly last night after I got those peppers in town. I have been having a really hard time just like getting into the Christmas spirit this year. I just haven't been feeling very festive or jolly. But this morning I asked my husband if he wanted to take a few jars of jelly to work and give to his coworker, since I ended up having enough that I could give some away. And so I put some cute little labels on them, and he took a couple to give away, and that made me feel good. That is the Christmas spirit. That's what I've been missing. So I don't know. Then maybe there's a takeaway there, but it lifted my spirits this morning anyways.
right, well, I'm going to leave it there for now. I'm going to leave some space for the things that we do this weekend. And I think I'm just going to end this vlog here as well. I probably won't be posting another video until the new year starts. So I hope you had fun making jelly with me. If you're wanting to get into it yourself, I am going to post some links in the description that you can check out for more information. It's a lot of work, but it's fun. And I just think it's really neat to have a jar of jelly at the end of it that you made and you can give to people and just say that you made it, you know? If you are celebrating Christmas next week, I hope you have a very Merry Christmas. If you are celebrating a different holiday, I hope you have a very happy holiday as well. And just generally, I hope that you have a good end to this year. Thank you for being here with me. I will be back in January and we can talk about New Year's stuff, plans and goals and all that fun stuff. So, goodbye for now, and I will see you next year.